Hello, in this video we're going to go over the usage of GitHub and how we want to use it here at the Center for Watershed Sciences. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually go to GitHub and create an account. So go to github.com, click here, click sign up. It's very quick and create an account. Then you'll want to email jrmers at ucdavis.edu or one of the other admins, and we can get you set up with your correct permissions. Once you have an account, you're going to log in and you'll see something like this. And basically in this tutorial, I'm going to just really quick create a repo, push some data, and show you how the real takeaways I want you to get is how to open up issues, how to respond to issues, and how to tag people in those issues. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'm going to create a new repository. Normally you will want to create one in the Delta or in CWS groups, orgs. I'm going to create one since it's a video demo. I'm just going to create video demo. This is a test. I'll make it public. We can even actually tag on a license here and we'll initialize it with a README. So we'll say, okay, create a repository. Great, have a repo. That's as easy as it is. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to clone that repo. This is a little bit outside this video tutorial. I'm going to show you it anyway, how you push and pull data. For now, I want to focus on issues, but this is actually how you use a command line utility called git. There's also GUI, graphical user interface versions of this that you can get as well. And we're going to clone it, and we're just going to pull down my new repository. So now we have it. And then I have a little bit of Calvin data here that I am going to copy over into the repository I just pulled down. So if I go into video demo, you'll see I have one new file. So I'm going to go ahead and add the file. And I'm going to make sure everything's clean, and I'm going to push it up. So now I've added a file to the repository, so we have some data to work with. And you'll see here, here's my new file. So we can click on it. It's a CSV file. It might be GitHub actually does a nice job handling CSVs and stuff like that. So now this is what I really want to focus on. I want to create an issue with this file. So we'll go ahead and we'll go here to issues, and we'll say new issue, and we'll say the numbers are wrong. And so we'll say we'll tag oh wait, he's not auto completing. All right, I'll tag myself. I'm not sure Mustafa's username. I was going to tag him. There are issues with the numbers. So now we'll go ahead and we have a new issue. So because I tagged myself, I won't receive an email, but if I tag somebody else, they'll receive an email saying, hey, so-and-so has created a new issue and they've tagged you on it. On top of which, what you can do here is you can add labels, and we'll say this is a bug. It's nice to label this if it's a question so people know what the issue is about. And then we'll go ahead and we can assign it, and we'll go ahead and assign it to myself. So now also we kind of know not only there's participants who's talking about the issue, but the current assignees kind of who's up, who has something to do next with the issue. And feel free as the issue moves along to change who it's assigned to, kind of who needs to fix things. Another really nice thing then is what we can do is we can go back here and let me just take my data. And this is kind of a more advanced thing, but it's very nice, is that we can say this number needed to be 2. So if we look at status, we can see I've modified the file. So we can say add, and then we'll get commit. And in our commit messages, we can do things like we can tag the issue as well. So I can say I have fixed issue. And then to tag an issue, all you need to do is put number sign and the issue. So I fixed issue number 1. We'll go ahead and push that. And now with a quick refresh right here, you'll see actually that not only does the commit come in here, but it actually shows the issue that was tagged, and we can click and see just the diff of what changed. So this is a very powerful feature, and that now we can actually go through data products and code and line by line actually tag them to issues and then re-reference them. And if we're ever wondering why did this change, we can actually see that process happen. So I can now say, great, things are fixed. And then we can comment. Now I'm not going to close it just yet. One other thing you want to do is I want to just go ahead and see issues. But moreover, if you say go to just GitHub/issues, this is kind of the grand place to go when you're wondering what you should be working on, because it will show all your issues. So here's ones that I created. You can find issues that were assigned. Remember, I assigned this to myself, and it's going to show up and mentioned because I did the @ notation at myself. So now we can go in here, we can say, okay, it's been tagged to that commit. Conversely, if you want, you can actually tag commit. So you can say this was fixed here. And we will just go ahead and put that issue. And if we preview, you can actually see GitHub smart enough to know that with that little commit number, that's what you're referencing. These support Markdown, and so Markdowns are really, it's kind of the last little concept I want to go over here because it's the other really powerful part. We can say this data is from here. And what Markdown is it's a nice way to just mark up your language with some additional stuff. So this allows me to actually make an anchor tag with a link. And what I did is I linked to the data where the Calvin data is from. You can do other things, like you can say this is a heading, and then we can do things like a list, another item. And then if we click preview, you'll see you get these nice headings with lists, and there's a whole Markdown language, and you can see here, you can just click right here to get in help on what that markup is. So we'll go ahead, we'll make that, and then we'll say we'll close the issue, and now the issue is closed, which is really nice. So when we go back to issues, you can see no open and then one close. Okay, the final little piece I want to talk about is that Markdown. So within these data products, it's very important that we know what's going on, or when you're writing code, it's not enough that we just clam in and have a file here for everyone to view. So what there is there's a special file, readme.md, and if you put it in any directory, you'll actually see it renders down here below on GitHub. So if we open this file up, and GitHub actually lets you edit it straight in line, you can preview your changes and you can see this file. So instead of this is a test, we'll say this is a run of, and again, we'll go ahead and say the Calvin data, and we will tag that with a quick link. Oops. From 2002. And then we can preview and we can be like, yes, that's exactly what we want. And we can actually commit the changes directly from the UI. You can do this from outside as well. Now when we go into this, we can actually see that this is a run of Calvin data from 2002, and we have it linked to the Calvin data. So this type of linking is very powerful and very useful. So again, these are just some of the overviews of what you can do in GitHub, but we want to try to, anytime you have a data product code, you want to get it into GitHub, and then you want to manage it with your issues, tagging people, and using, basically using the issue tracker as your task manager for accomplishing products. All right, thank you.